He took a really long time.
Yeah. Well, you probably got too close, and he probably is coming the other way now. Oh, no, there he is. He just is literally... Welcome back to On the Shelf Gaming, where, God, that Goron is taking a long time to catch up with us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you did it.
How could you do this to me? You're Ganondorf's servant.
That's right.
Hear my name in trouble. I'm Squills.
God, honestly, though, that was such a cool reveal when I was, like, 7.
Same.
Your name is also Squills?
Yeah.
So you must be the legendary the Dungle Buster.
Yeah?
The hero Squills. My dad is the Woonia. Do you remember him?
Never heard of the guy.
That named me Squills after you because you're so... Hi, my name, it is Squills.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn, you fucking nailed that one, bro.
I sure did.
Man, you know the 4th Star Wars album is apparently, like, done?
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope it's good.
Yeah, I hope it's better than the 3rd album. Like, don't get me wrong, I like the 3rd album, alright. It was no 1st and 2nd Star Wars album.
True that.
Of course, maybe that's partially because I'm old. But
Well,
I also think it's partially because it just wasn't as good.
I feel like the third Starbomb album didn't do as well because they were kind of burned out at that point, and they were just trying to complete the obligation of finishing the Triforce, as they put it.
I kind of think you're possibly right. I haven't heard any of them say that, so I can't say that for sure.
I feel like there have been episodes where they talk about that they were just kind of
busting something out so people would stop asking about it.
Not necessarily that, but that, like, the spark just wasn't as there, and that, you know, when the pandemic came and put everything on halt and brought everything from how it was progressing to, like, going to a standstill.
Right.
I think it helped remind them.
That's fair.
Because, I mean,
they are doing a shit ton of stuff now. I mean, they've always kind of, not Starbomb specifically, but, like, NSP has always done quite a bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, goddamn. Because, like, they just released a new album. They are, I think, are in the middle of working on another cover album.
Mm-hmm.
Starbomb 4 is either, like, done or it's close to done from what it sounds like, what people are saying. He just released another Sky Hill album. Brian is putting out, like, numerous different side project musics.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there's some attributing to just the way the pandemic affected a lot of us. I don't know if without the pandemic I would have had as much of a renewed interest as returning to On the Shelf Gaming as I did.
Interesting.
Just because, like, it really extra drove home how separated we had become.
True. We being, like, you and me specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know, I really... It's funny, too, because Ian Casey and I were also talking about the pandemic when I was up there. And, of course, specifically how, like, the pandemic literally brought Born Losers Gaming back.
Right.
Without it, there's no telling if they would have ever come back to YouTube. Just because Ian was always so busy with a billion different things, and all of a sudden none of those things were available to be busy with anymore. I forgot about that guy!
Yeah.
Oops.
I was about to say, pull out your hook shot, and then I remembered.
Oh shit, I didn't go get it!
Oops. Well, you know what? I don't know if it's quicker to, well, I mean, I guess get the warp.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get the song, and then I'll go through the Goron,
Oh, see, I was going to
Goron
suggest
thing.
going, down through the Zora thing. Where
Oh, you think so?
I mean,
Ma-
it'll
It's
spit
gonna be
you
such
out.
a pain in the ass not being able to shoot these guys.
Yeah, and you don't have the bow and arrow either.
Yeah, because it's in the forest. Fuck it, we're just leaving.
Deku nuts don't do anything to them, do they?
I don't think so. I mean, because I could do, like, well, of course that didn't work. No, they don't do anything. Yeah, because I could just wait and slash him, which tried to do like 3 different times, and I keep missing. So, you know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna go get the hookshot like I should have done already, and probably would have done if I was paying attention to playing the game and not talking about whatever we were talking about at the time.
True.
But anyway, about the pandemic and how much everybody loved it and how good it was for the world overall. Yeah, no, it really didn't feel like it changed basically anything for me because I still had to go to work and everything.
Oh, same.
And so, like, functionally, it was basically the same. But, like, for so many people, it did make a huge difference because, like, it did bring back BLG. And I guess apparently for you, it also, you were like, man, we should do stuff because we don't hang out anymore.
Well, yeah, it's just like I went from having to do my everyday life to having to continue to do it. But also because that was kind of when I really entered the fold with, like, hanging out with BLG. Because,
right.
you know,
that's true.
It's when we were playing Phasmo. It's when we were playing Among Us.
Yeah.
No,
that's fair.
And it just kind of reminded me that, like, I needed to get better enough so that I could want to, you know, hang out with my friends and play games. But the pandemic is also where I stopped working at, you know, game stores.
True.
Which helped immensely with how I feel about gaming as a whole.
That's also fair.
Because I don't have the personality type that I thought I did, where I thought I would love working with games and, you know, helping people with games. Because the majority of backflip into it.
I think.
Yeah. Also, that wall is climbable.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, what?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Because the majority of people that I met at GameStop's game shops, you know, every 1 out of 10 people were the people that I wanted to help and talk to, and then the other 9 people out of those 10 were people who they didn't, I don't know, they were willing to, like, just immediately spoil things in games or just talk a bunch of shit,
right,
or equate me as the bad guy because I couldn't help them in ways that, like, my hands were tied about.
Right. No, that's fair.
Like, I tell people, when The Last of Us 2 came out, I basically sped ran that game. Because I didn't want someone to come into the store and tell me anything about how the game progressed.
Right.
And the last, like, 12 hours of the game I played in one sitting, which was a horrible emotional idea.
Right.
Because it's such a heavy story.
God forbid you get to actually, like, enjoy the video game.
Yeah.
Instead of having to force yourself to play it.
And that's
as
kind of
quickly as humanly possible.
Yeah, and that's how games became when I worked at video game stores. Is, you know, people would want to talk about new releases, and if I didn't keep up and play them and play them as quickly as possible, I'd hear things.
Right. No, that's fair.
But you know, now I don't work there at any of the non-denominational game stores that I've worked at. And I'm happier for it.
Hell yeah.
Like, is my current job the best fit? Not entirely, but...
It could be worse.
Exactly. It could be so much unfathomably worse. But yeah. So thanks, COVID. Thanks for doing irreparable damage to people everywhere.
Yeah.
Woo! You did it.
You made that really heavy for a while there, bro. What is wrong with you? This is a family comedy show.
It is, but we're in the graveyard where things are scary.
True.
And you know what's scarier than graveyards?
What's scarier than a graveyard?
Being an adult in the society that we live in.
Damn, you white whoa.
That's another unfortunate thing. I started doing shit like that ironically. And now it just kind of happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's the same reason I adopted girly voices from BLG, old-timey BLG.
Yeah.
And why I now say fam and also lit.
Yeah.
The lit did not come from BLG.
Nah, shit's lit though.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shame that Farrar's Wind doesn't work outside of dungeons.
Yeah.
Because then you could have just dropped one there at the beginning of the maze.
True. But we can't, so we didn't.
Yeah.
Time to go cry about it instead.
Okay. I did it.
That was really sad.
Thank you.
I don't know if that was a compliment per se.
I don't know, man. Life is a Shakespearean play.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's a comedy, sometimes it's a tragedy, but all times I am on the stage.
Yeah?
Yeah. For the amusement of everyone around me.
That's fair. I find you very amusing.
Thank you.
That's why we hang out, is so you can entertain me.
I am a jester. Doodly.
Man, speaking of jesters, there's a game we should play together on the show.
Okay.
It does not include a jester,
Okay.
but it is a part of a series. It's like a spin-off of a series that does include a jester.
Oh.
But also, I kind of don't want to play it with you because it's a puzzle game and I've already played it.
Oh, what game is it?
It's We Were Here, something about the friendship.
Oh.
And Casey and I played it. Casey and I played through the whole series. And then between us starting the last game and us finishing the last game, like 1,000 years later, the spin-off game came out.
Oh.
And I wonder if we have enough guys for this. Surely by now, right?
I mean, you can check.
But the last one specifically, it's just a spin-off. It's super short and, you know, no big deal. And at the end of each, instead of being just like a flat, either you figure it out or you didn't figure it out. At the end, okay, so we only got the one so far, it looks like.
Yeah.
At the end of each puzzle, based on how good you did at the puzzle, you either fail the puzzle, you get a bronze ticket, you get a silver ticket, or you get a gold ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Casey and I spent probably like 5 hours total on a game that I bet you could finish in less than half an hour if you don't redo it over and over and over to see if you can get the gold.
Yeah.
And at the end, you get a ranking based on what tickets you got.
Okay.
And so I'm curious how good of friends we are. How good a rank would we get if we tried them all?
Okay. That seems like a challenge series.
Where the fuck am I going?
Back to the place.
Nah, I'm just not going the way I intended, but I'm in too deep.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm in too deep, and I'm had a sheep, and a hound in my hand. I was really hoping you would also...
I don't know the words. I know in too deep.
I mean...
And that's about it.
Did it sound like I knew the words?
No, it didn't. That's why I just let you kind of die on the vine there.
Gotcha. Well, thanks, buddy.
No problem. Listen, if one of us has to go down, it may as well be you.
That's fair. I am the sacrificial lamb.
Pardon me, tree.
Like, I feel like if we were in a horror situation where one of us had to like go down to save the group,
Yeah.
that's me all day.
Yeah. You really are the Crispy of this Let's Play channel.
No!
Go watch Area 51 if you haven't.
Crispy lives forever. He's invincible.
Oh, that's true. As far as everyone knows, because we only recorded one session of Area 51.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, no, I guess technically we recorded a second one, but it didn't go out.
Oh.
The first session did not go over, and Sacred wasn't really feeling it anyway, so he used that as an excuse to pull the plug.
There's a PS2 game that I would like to play with you.
Let's fucking do it!
Because I had it as a kid, but the disc was scratched, so I could only ever get so far into the game. It's called Extermination.
Never heard of it.
You have, because when we worked at non-denominational game store, I mentioned how I wanted to play it with you and showed you the case since we had it in the non-denominational game store.
Gotcha. Oops. 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 There we go. If you just say oops enough times, eventually everything in life works out.
Yeah, sure. Me in court
Bam!
for, like, tax evasion. Oops, Your Honor. He's like, oh, well, you know what? You said oops.
That means it was a complete accident. So, all I'm going to need you to do is pay off these back taxes, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Your Honor, oops. I don't have enough money.
Yeah, oops, I'm poor. And then he's like, that's okay. We'll just take it out of all of your checks until you pay off your back taxes, or you can go to federal prison.
Oops. I'm allergic to prison, actually. My bad, Your Honor.
Yeah, can I get death by firing squad instead? And he's just like, oops, we don't offer that anymore. And I'm like, damn it. All right, I guess I'll pay my taxes.
God. How close to the end of the episode are we?
4 minutes.
Hell yeah. So I'm probably going to spend the rest of this episode talking about sort of kind of One Piece spoilers.
Okay.
So if you don't want One Piece spoilers for stuff that happened hundreds of episodes ago, don't listen to the very end of this episode.
Yeah, don't listen for the next 4 minutes.
So when Sacred and I were at Water 7, and you meet whatever the guy's name is, the guy who owns Water 7, basically.
Iceberg?
Yeah. Of course, you're probably shocked to hear this, but I cannot shut the fuck up when I watch anime.
Yeah?
With my friends. So in every single thing Sacred and I have ever watched together, there's been numerous running jokes. And one of those running jokes is about how Iceberg won't pay his taxes. And that's the secret real reason that they call in the Buster Call and why they're trying to get Robin to murder him and all that shit. Or why they were threatening to call in the Buster Call on Water 7. And it was so not funny, and then hilarious, and then overplayed, and then hilarious again. God, there's just something hilarious about arbitrarily saying, oh yeah, that guy doesn't pay his taxes.
I mean, kind of. Like, Light from Death Note, he doesn't pay his taxes.
No, he doesn't. Also, he never had a job? I guess he worked for the police, kind of, sort of, but not really.
Yeah. Oh. Friend or foe?
Friend or foe?
Yeah.
My old pal.
Yeah, I can't wait for the next game that lets me name something so that I can type in friend or foe.
Oh, that's what I'm going to name my rival in the next Pokemon game I play. Friend or foe?
Friend or foe. We're getting closer to my secret Pokemon project.
Hell yeah! I don't even know what it is!
You do, because I've told you about it on the show.
Nope, don't remember. And I'm not being sarcastic, I really don't.
Yeah, I've got that Japanese copy of Pokemon Yellow that's got a save file on it. That has some odd choices that leads me to believe that, like, a literal child probably had been the last one to play it. Mm-hmm. And did not discover some things, and so I'm going to poke around and finish their save file.
Hell yeah, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Who would ever thought those guys would have eventually been able to defeat the Elite Four?
Right?
Hopefully.
Well, because, like, the player is on SSN, and it's yellow, so they've got Pikachu.
But they don't have any of the other
They've got
people.
Bulbasaur, but they don't have the Squirtle or the Charmander.
Ah, interesting.
And I'm like, how did you find Bulbasaur but not Charmander or Squirtle?
Maybe they just don't like those ones.
True. But,
I missed it!
yeah.
I hit it! Oh man, I can't wait to see what's in the next episode.